Hey there, we're Chris and Cindy. Welcome to Our Champagne Life. We are at the boat today getting it ready to splash. And that means launch it for the season. We need to update with new anodes, sand the bottom, and repaint the bottom of the boat to get it ready to launch. I'm at the boat today solo because Chris is working on installing new brakes on one of our cars. So he was able to get the zincs off. And so now I'm down here on a somewhat warm, sunny day. And I am going to go ahead and scrape the barnacles and spot sand the bottom and get it cleaned up and ready to bottom paint. So here we go. So you might be wondering what this painter's tape is for. This coverall suit, I call it the Stay Puft Marshmallow suit, is Chris's. So it's a little too big for me, so I tape it up so in my clothes. All right, so I got the back sanded, the sides sanded, underneath the props sanded. So now I have to do the very bottom, but I think I'm actually going to go home and get the extension cord and use the power sander on that because it needs a little bit more than just a light sanding. I'm going to put this in super fast speed so you don't have to watch all the hours and hours of sanding that I did to the boat. And I'll even cut some of it out because that would be super boring for you. At this point, I realized laying on my back might be easier.
At this point, I realize we're in a little over our heads. We need help. This is just too much work. And unfortunately, the bottom paint had a lot more layers than we realized because the previous owners of the boat just kept slapping touch-up paint over touch-up paint over touch-up paint. So we decided to bring in the big guns. So this is Nick's Services Connecticut. He and his company are amazing. I'm gonna drop the link below. If you live in Connecticut, you definitely want this guy.
Good, how are you?
Unfortunately, we lost quite a bit of footage because our SD card was acting up. So I didn't get to film the final product or any of the information I told you in my footage about the bottom painting of the boat. So people that own boats joke around about doing boat yoga. That's often done like in your engine room because you're climbing around and doing some weird, strange stretching and positions to get to things. But I'll tell you what, I was doing some boat yoga today when I was painting the boat. At this point, you might be thinking, where's Chris? Well, unfortunately, Chris works longer hours than I do, so he was still at work. And I was so motivated, I said, I'll go paint a whole first coat of the entire boat myself. He said, you're crazy, and he was right. But I did it, and I'm super proud that I got it done. I don't know how much paint is on my face, but I'm thinking it's a lot. And this is why I wear the suit. I should probably wear a face mask. I can't even compare this to any kind of painting except maybe painting ceilings. Imagine painting ceilings for hours on end. Which would you rather do? Paint ceilings or paint the bottom of a boat? The only benefit to this is I get to be outside and it's a gorgeous day today. So I guess I would choose the boat. Once your boat's in and it's running, it's so worth doing. But while you're doing all the work, you question your decisions. You really do question your decision to own a boat. So here I am wrapping up one side of the boat. That's only one side. I still have the entire other side to do. So now I'm on the other side and we're just gonna keep going.
At this point, you might be wondering, how long has she been painting? Well, it took me 3 hours to get the bottom of the boat painted. This is a 33-foot boat, and it took me 3 hours. What do you think? Would you have been able to do it sooner? I got Chris with me today. Yay!
Yay!
Oh yeah. So today we are doing the second coat of bottom paint.
We are.
I'm telling them. And then if we have time, we'll paint the running gear. We will see, because our goal is to launch in 2 days. We'll see. You'll see. You'll see.
Did it hurt your back back there?
Huh?
You said it hurt your back back there?
I'm sure I would be fine if you're doing all the underneath work. If that's, I don't mind doing the back too. Get under there, Chris, now.
Oh, yeah.
Nice new zing. Chris painted the running gear last night, so we are ready to go. We just got to put this plug in because we don't want the boat to sink. So if you want to hear something kind of funny, all these years that we've been boating, and we're talking like 20 years, I never understood how the boats got on and off the boat stands.
And so today I got to finally see it, and I figured I would record it so you could see how it's done too.
Now it's funny.
If you look closely here, you're going to see that the trailer has these hydraulic lifts, and they're lifting it to the boat, which will relieve the pressure on the boat stands and allow them to take the boat off the stands. And off it goes. They're starting to move our boat. Now, any fellow boater is going to tell you that anytime you're not in control of your own boat like this, it is so unnerving because somebody else has your boat in a way that you're not able to control what happens to it. Now they're lifting the straps in the slings to be able to lift the boat up and suspend it over the water. Now they're backing the boat up to suspend it over the water so they can lower it in. This is always a hold your breath moment. At this point, the boat is submerged in water, and Chris is actually inside the boat checking to make sure that there's no leaks from where we did the packing. So now that towboat is bringing our boat into our slip for the season. Make sure you tune in for our next video to see more boat work.
Our hearts beat through the city streets. We began to feel the fire.